What's good, YouTube? And welcome to the house. I'm actually very, very excited for the upcoming set that was just announced, and we'll get into that in a bit. But I think sometimes I've got to be the bearer of bad news, and people don't necessarily like that. But Troll and Toad has opened 350 boxes now. 350. I would say that is pretty safe to assume case ratios, along with, I know Yu-Gi-Oh! Singles usually opens at least 20 cases or so that's a lot of boxes there too. Between those two giants, both US print and European print, there are 3 lesser printed secrets. It's hard to call them short prints, even though you might only get one in your entire case, because it seems to be about half the ratio, almost half, a little more than the other secrets. We've got Ibli, Ghost Bell, and Infinite Impermanence. Lesser printed. Let me tell you, Ghost Bell, 63 secret rares out of 350 boxes. Impermanence, 64 secret rares out of 350 boxes. And then Ibli, 63 pulled out of 350 boxes for Troll and Toad. The rest of their pulls were all between 99 and 102 secrets each for the rest of them. That's crazy when you think about it, but it gets crazier considering that Yu-Gi-Oh! Singles is a completely different printing plant when they get their cards in Europrint. Meaning, this was either intentional or the cutting sheets happened to be the same and something naturally got less. I feel like it doesn't end up this much less if it's not intentional. This is the first time, this is why it's a huge deal, this is the first time we've had this big of a disparity in ratios since the new rarity system, where we got 2 secret rares per box, 4 ultra rares, and then a super in every other pack. This is the first time we've had something affect the secrets like this. Now, Maximum Crisis, there were some weird boxes that had a bunch of Zarks and, what was it, Ultra Poly in them together. That was kind of an anomaly, and we also, I believe, in the same setting, saw the PPG no secret cases. That's like the first hiccup I think we've seen, but this time, it's across the board. These are 2 giants of the industry opening cases, and I believe that's like around Troll's 30 cases and Yu-Gi-Oh! Single, like, giving me data. They basically just affirmed these ratios on at least 20 cases. That's 50 cases when you mash that together. That is a decent sample pool for a core set, and that's across 2 printing plants. I don't like that happened, personally. And Infinite Impermanence's price is making more sense to me now. Why Yu-Gi-Oh! Single sold out of Ghost Bell so fast, not just because of the price, and why the price was so much higher initially for the US, that's making more sense now. And they also sold out of Ibli's. Yu-Gi-Oh! Singles doesn't want to just hold these back. Like, they want to sell as many as they can. And they did sell out, because they're the lesser quantity secrets. What do you guys think of stuff like this? Like, there are no short prints in these packs. Changes the post. Like, oh man. This is the first time in a core set that we see something like this for holographics. Let me know your personal pulls, how it goes. If you're opening cases, I saw multiple other posts, but they weren't big enough until I got confirmation on these numbers. I believe I saw Herman Hansen open multiple, and it was like an average of 1 impermanence per case. He's a European player who's well known. I would love to see other people who have any information on this. I know a lot of people backed off FLOD initially once they saw that there were less Brains imports, but it still ended up being a really well-anticipated set. Oh boy. I'm kind of shocked, and I'm shook. Like, this happens in Hidden Arsenal-like sets, sure. The Legendary Collection Kaiba, sure. These are our core sets. These are the sets that are most important to the game. And we should have an equal chance when opening a box for that chase card like Impermanence as the rest of them. That's how I feel. We should have an equal chance of Impermanence as any other secret rare. And I'm not very happy with that. But there are my sources. They're willing to be public there. And let's go ahead and switch let's switch from angry John to I'm pretty happy with some news, John. Some inception there for having this on the wrong side of the screen. We've got Shadows over Valhalla. We have this available Friday, August 17th. So actually starting right into our next competitive season is when this will touch down. So I'm hoping that there's, you know, some awesome cards in here. And the art for the box is pretty awesome. It's banging. And we got ninjas. We got Valkyries. And that's kind of the exciting news for a lot of people are the Valkyries. I guess Konami finally watched Thor Ragnarok, found it awesome, and started getting plans put together, huh? We have, this will bring duelists the opportunity to change their own fate and wield incomparable Mischiefs of the Time Goddess. A huge card. Oh my gosh, please tie this to the Valkyries, like, archetype first off. Do not make this generic. This card is actually nuts if it somehow gets released in some powerful form. You gotta put restrictions on this, man. Oh man, it's crazy. So they're talking about Mischief of the Time Goddess, and what's thought to be too powerful to be ever printed in real life, this classic spell card from the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime skips your opponent's turn completely and moves the game to your next battle phase. But that's just the tip of the iceberg in the 60 card all-foil booster set. So they were describing what it does in the anime. We need some kind of restriction for Mischief of the Time Goddess, at least an archetypal tie, I would hope. Just main phase 2, activate this. Yeah, I'm gonna get 2 battle phases and another main phase 2, like, oh, holy smokes. But even more exciting, hot off the heels of his brother Leon's fairy tale inspired cards from Battles of Legend Relentless Revenge, Siegfried von Schroeder. Valkyries are set to make their debut in Shadows of Valhalla. The Valkyries retain their abilities from the anime, but each card is boosted to be more compatible with the current game environment. So they're saying, we're getting buffs for our Valkyries. They are gonna be good is what they're saying, and I hope they sure are. I know, like, Jeff Jones, Max Reynolds, Simo, they've all been waiting for this to be introduced into the game, so a lot of people are excited for that. This strategy aims to summon one of each Valkyrie from hand with Ride of Valkyries, use their abilities to destroy your opponent's best monster and copy its attack, then win the duel by attacking with all your Valkyries twice without giving your opponent a turn in between, courtesy of Mischief of the Time Goddess. So it's sounding tied to the archetype. Please, Konami, please don't make it generic. You know how boss monsters commonly end up in other archetypes and getting abused there? Draco Sack, anybody? Like, come on, tie this to the archetype. When you aren't busy skipping your opponent's turn with Mischief of the Time Goddess, you can dictate their fate with Siegfried's Nornir spell card, which also retain their anime abilities plus a boost to help them fit with the rest of your Valkyrie strategy. Shadows over Valhalla also reignites the ninja strategy. Ninja decks combine powerful warrior-type ninja monsters with ninjutsu, art, spell, and trap cards. I see you saw ninja was popular on Twitch. You hunting them code words? Nah, I'm just kidding. It's really awesome to see more ninjas. I've always loved the ninja archetype, and we'll get into a buyout already for that. You need a steady supply of ninjutsu arts to outwit and confound your opponent, so this set includes a Ninja Link monster that sets ninjutsu arts directly from your deck every turn, and a new ninjutsu art card that lets you disguise your ninja as your opponent's monsters. If you don't have any ninja or ninjutsu art cards, don't worry, because some of the basic cards you'll need to build this deck will also appear. So I'm really glad they addressed this, because if this wasn't in the article, I hadn't read through this completely. I just knew we got Valks and ninjas. I was gonna say, guys, you need to hold off, because, like, Hanzo's definitely gonna end up in there. Like, the nice version of Hanzo. Let's switch to the Market Watch layout real quick. The nice version, the secret rare from the tins, you know, it's still reasonably priced. It hasn't been bought out. I was gonna forewarn you, guys, don't do it. Look at the past sets. We've got reprints for, like, 6 Samurais. They're gonna take care of us here. But Ulti Hanzo, huh? You want a nice version of Hanzo? Unlimited, not even first ed. The first listed is 40. The excitement of this article we can't predict what's going to help out the Valkyries already. They just went straight out and bought out Hanzo, knowing that no matter how much the ninja archetype gets power crept, this will likely still be good because there's new ninjutsu arts coming. You can add one from your deck to your hand, and it's likely to continue to be good for them. So there's our first already crazy buyout of the day as well. We'll take a look as it falls out on Market Watch, but yeah, there you have it. Hanzo 2K18, huh? After the WCQ, we're all going to be playing ninjas and Valks. I don't know about that one, Kev, but I do know that I'm pretty excited for both updated archetypes, and I'll enjoy it on deck building challenges on the stream at worst. What do you guys think of what's going on? The short printing, if you can even call it that, I don't know what to directly call it, but, you know, the 1.5 per case feel. How do you guys feel about that? That's kind of crazy. I guess it's like, it's almost 2 per pack, but it's not quite. Like, it's a little worse, I think, for Europe than the US by that standard. They said about 1.5, so I guess US got it off a little better. But what do you guys feel about this? It's pretty crazy.